Welcome back. In this video, let's take a look at the tabs component from Material UI. Now, before we begin, let me inform you that a tabbed navigation layout can be created with just the core material library as well. However, the lab package makes it easier, which is why we are learning about it now. Tabs make it easy to explore and switch between different views. Let's understand its usage with an example. Let's begin by creating a new file in the components folder. muitabs.tsx. Within the file, I'm going to create a new component. I'm going to import the box component and replace the div tag with the same. Now for the tabbed layout, we need to import 4 components. From the core package, we import the tab component. From the lab package, we import tab context, tab list, and tab panel. Now for the JSX, we begin with the tab context. Within tab context, we're going to add a box component for some border. So SX, border bottom, 1, border color, set to divider from the theme. Within the box component, add the tab list component. Add aria label is equal to tabs example for accessibility. Within the tab list, we add the individual tabs. Tab label is equal to tab 1 and value is equal to the string 1. Similarly, tab 2 value is equal to 2 and tab 3 value is equal to 3. Of course, I've imported table instead of tab at the top. Let me make sure we have the right import as well. Next, after the closing box tag, we add the tab panel component. Value is going to be equal to 1 and the content is going to be panel 1. Similarly, value equals 2, value is equal to 3, panel 2 and panel 3. Finally, we manage the active tab using a state variable. Import useState from React, and within the component, create a variable value, set value, and the initial value is 1. On the tab context component, add a value prop and set it equal to the value state variable. Next, on the tab list component, handle the change event. OnChange is equal to handle change, and we define the function. So const handle change is an arrow function which receives event of type react.synthetic event and the new value. This is of type string. Within the function body, call set value, passing in new value. If we now include the component in app.tsx, and take a look at the browser, you should be able to see the tabbed navigation. We have 3 tabs with labels tab 1, 2, and 3. On click of the individual tab, the tab is highlighted and the tab panel content also changes. This is your basic tab layout. Now let's explore a few props we can add. To change the highlight color, we can use the text color and the indicate color prop. So on the tab list component, text color is equal to secondary, and indicator color is also equal to secondary. Take a look at the browser, and we see the secondary color in action. You can also use the centered prop to center the tabs in the available width. Take a look at the browser, and we see the tab list is now centered. You can also add icons to the tab labels. At the top, import favorite icon, and now on the first tab, add icon is equal to favorite icon. Take a look at the browser, and you can see the icon on top of the label for the first tab. You can change the icon position using icon position prop. Let's set icon position is equal to start. Now the icon is placed to the left of the text. The prop accepts top, bottom, start, or end as values. Now, if you want to disable a tab, specify the disable prop. On tab 2, specify disabled. And now, if we take a look at the browser, you can see I am unable to navigate to the second tab. Finally, if you want scrollable tabs, you can make use of the scrollable variant. Let's add 3 more tabs. And tab panels. Now on the tab list component, I'll remove the centered prop and specify variant is equal to scrollable and scroll buttons is equal to auto. Let's also set width is equal to 300 pixels on the wrapping component. Take a look at the browser, and we now have a scrollable tab list component. Pretty handy when you have limited space to work with. So that is about the tab and related components in Material UI. In the next video, let's take a look at the timeline component. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.